The following is a reading of the Teratology of the Invisible Sun. This is a book much like a bestiary. It's useful for those that travel the multiverse to know what is in actuality. Now, we're not going to, of course, read the entire book. At least not in this sitting. This will be more an overview real quick. An introduction, if you will. We'll read a couple excerpts. Nothing fancy. We'll just give you a brief introduction. We'll give the table of contents as to what this covers. And a tiny bit, maybe one paragraph, of the beginning of each of the chapters about the different suns. And we'll at least mention the entity index, the different ways things can be organized in it, but we'll only be reading through it once in the alphabetical form. We may read more of this in the future, but that is if there are travelers who wish to know what entities they might encounter. The Teratology of the Invisible Sun. It costs many lives, even many souls, to bring you this book. The famed trailblazer, Taramach Eslin, gathered information from throughout the worlds and half-worlds to bring you this. Not just another bestiary, but the bestiary, the Teratology. It is the greatest resource on the creatures and beings of the actuality ever attempted by any Vizsla. Inside these covers, wise Vizsla, you will find new insights into the realms beneath each sun, including newly discovered, or at least newly chronicled locations. You'll find hundreds of creatures, spirits, and other entities that inhabit those realms, painstakingly researched and described. You will even meet important distinctive personalities who walk the path of suns. Any Vizsla venturing from Indigo will find this tome indispensable resource. Goetics in particular will prize its trove of daringly acquired insights into summonable beings, and even those who remain within Saturnine will discover many entities they had not even yet imagined could be found so close. Another reminder, I'm looking at the Call of Cthulhu book over there, as well as multiple Dungeons and Dragons books and Warhammer books. Maybe at some point I should try to get back to reading about the Tyranids. They would probably be at home in this other universe. Table of contents. A catalog of the categorizable, page 4. Entities of the actuality, page 8. The silver sun, page 20. The green sun, page 36. The blue sun, 48. The indigo sun, 60. The gray sun, 98. The pale sun, 104. The red sun, 114. The gold sun, 134. The invisible sun, 150. The dark, 166. Entity index, 182. Reading from page 4. Every Vizsla knows about a handful of various beings, but the actuality is a big place. Every day new entities and surreal beasts are discovered by explorers, conjurers, and other, often unfortunate individuals. Taramach Eslin, famed trailblazer, has gathered information from throughout the worlds and half-worlds to compile a new book. That's about part of a paragraph of that. have a bookmark. Why don't I use it? I want to go keep track of the table of contents since we'll be flipping back and forth a tiny bit. We'll read a couple paragraphs of the entities of the actuality. We're on page 8. There are as many different beings in the actuality as there are ideas. In fact, many ideas are intelligent beings in the actuality. Humans, Elderbrin, angels, demons, ghosts, animals, conceptual spirits. The list goes on and on. Teratology is a collection of inhabitants of the actuality in all their myriad forms. Although some don't actually have forms, it is not comprehensive. The entities of the actuality might indeed be infinite, but it provides a wide sampling from every realm of every sun, and even the darkness beyond the sun's light. Beings, creatures, and people. In the descriptions of various effects, you'll find references to beings, creatures, and people. Any sentient entity, whether ghost, human, demon, animal, or anything else, is a being. Creatures, on the other hand, is a term used to describe only living, physical beings with an easily relatable existence. They eat, they sleep, they procreate. People is an even more narrow subcategory of creatures. People are humans and things enough like humans, Eldarin, Lacuna, and so on, that it's useful to lump them all together. People live in cities. People wear clothing and use tools. Okay, page 20, we'll go to the Silver Sun. A silver sun guides my path and shows me the way of success in all endeavors. My dreams beneath a silver sun are always new and fresh, providing insight never before experienced by mortal mind. The fruit of my mind and the fruit of my hands, illuminated by a silver sun, know no equal. Broccoli's Act 4, Scene 3. I never did finish. Then again, that would take a very long time to read the Odyssey or all of Shakespeare for a video, even if I don't get distracted. Recently saw a few interesting books. The Egyptian Book of the Dead, the Necronomicon, collections of stories for Greek mythology and Egyptian mythology, and even various things of history, or even the 5 Rings of Power, or what do I call that again? Just 5 Rings. The thing with Musashi. The actual Musashi. The real life one. Hundreds of years ago. Getting distracted, I'll try to avoid that. On page 22. The Silver Sun. First among all the suns, the Silver Sun is the beginning. It is creation, birth, the first step. Many believe that if there is or was a creator, the Silver Sun is closest to her, if it is appropriate in the context of creation, and it probably is not, as time and space were created in the same instant. The Silver Sun was the first sun to exist. That's why so many people associate the Silver Sun and the legacy. It's likely why so many angels dwell there. Although you can find angels throughout the sun, they are most prevalent in the silver. There are people caught up in the belief system of shadow that equate silver to heaven and red to hell. Understandable from a certain perspective, but ultimately wildly inaccurate. There is nothing about silver that makes it more perfect than any other sun. It can be pleasant, but it's not really accurate to think of it as paradise, and it certainly isn't related to any afterlife of any kind. Okay, you put the bookmark in there and you just went past it. 36. Okay, it's the green sun, if I remember right. If you find your mind or body withering, perhaps it is time to consider a trip to the green sun. I want to pick up the book Where the Sidewalk Ends. Let's read. Stay focused. Here you will find yourself refreshed and nourished. You might even discover the success you've long sought. Would Bruce Campbell get pissed at me if I read the Necronomicon on a stream? I feel like Bruce Campbell would get pissed at me. Yeah, I probably shouldn't do that. But beware the night side of green. For with great growth comes great dangers. Just as you seek nourishment, others will seek to be nourished by you. The sun's within you, a guide to living your best life, by Evelyn Seeker. The green sun. Second among the suns, the green sun signifies life, health, growth, even success. Those who are floundering in their life sometimes think of this green sun as the ultimate healer and life giver, but that is too simplistic and likely too optimistic an outlook. Green is everywhere you look in the form of fields and forests, wildlife and wilderness. It erupts with a force typically reserved for fiercer things. Instant green spaces teeming with animals, plants and other beings appear before the eyes, crowding out everything that came before. It is easy to imagine the green is simply a jungle, verdant and bursting with life, but that is only a part of its whole. It is perhaps more than any other sun. Encapsulates the circle that is life. Birth, growth, decay, and death is the song of the green, sung and round and after round, never ending. There's a really cool picture of a bunch of lions that are kind of made out of plants in a way. There's also a rabbit that looks like it's out of a steampunk world or game or something. Is that a giraffe made of dicks? What? Okay, moving on. The blue sun. 48. My bookmark fell on the ground. I'll just use my finger. Okay, went too far. He went too far. Okay, now I'm referencing a comedian. Is it Pablo Francisco? I'm not supposed to tell you, but I guess. Well, now you know who the reference is. I think it's Pablo Francisco. I met Mara once. In a dream of a dream of a dream. I wonder still whether I have woken or am still reclining somewhere, dreaming of a dreamer. And truth, it does not matter, for it is the happiest I have ever been. And if this is a dream, I shall stay here willingly until my body gives way to bones and my mind is eaten by spirits of the dream. The blue sun. The blue sun is nothing, everywhere and nowhere. It just is. Whether you notice it or not, and you probably don't, is irrelevant to the blue. Whether your physical body is there or not is not of importance, because the blue cares only for the soul and the spirit. Your thoughts and hopes and idle daydreams, they all belong to the blue. Some hypothesize that everything that happens in the blue is not real, They equate it somewhat to shadow, with its false fronts and elements of unreality. But that comparison is both false and unapt, for blue is your future, your perfect, or at least better future, and without it your very present is in question. Okay, Indigo Suns, page 60. Indigo is truth. Indigo is the key. It is the path and the way and the gate. Indigo is immutable, inscrutable, refutable. Indigo is... Please, enough about indigo already, Jody. Where did you learn that prayer anyway? In school? I never heard it before. Well, you didn't let me finish. You can finish it later. You must have said it 100 times today. 107. Well, almost 107. Okay, finish, but then you're done, okay? Okay. Indigo is truth. Indigo is the key. It is the path and the way and the gate. Ellipses. Okay. The Indigo Sun. We know that indigo is the truth. We all know that the truth is vast, complex, and nuanced, just like indigo. And thus the circle goes. The connection between place and truth that can never be entirely unwoven, and that probably never should be. While Saturn is what we think of most when we think about indigo, the sun is, in fact, much larger than that. To look only at Saturn when talking of indigo is to look only at a small sliver of what is real, to see only a portion of that truth truly is. The Gray Sun, 98. It's a purple, it's not that long. My yesterday's walk with me. They keep step. They are gray faces that peer over my shoulder. William Golding. The Gray Sun. Who among us can resist the temptation of a compelling lie? What came first, the truth or the lie? Does the truth disprove the lie, or the lie deny the truth? Where the light of the sun shines down upon the world casts a shadow, and that shadow is known as the gray. Nothing there is real, but everything is just close enough to the truth to seem compelling. Nothing in the gray is ridiculously false, because this is a realm of deception, and deceptions are lies meant to be believed. When the war came to the actuality, and people began to see the destruction and death it would cause, many fled to the gray. Why? Because they could most easily hide from both sides of the conflict. No one would bother bringing war to the shadow, as the realm of the Gray Sun is called, because what would be the point? Nothing there is real anyway. Pale Sun, 104. Dearest sister, everything in the Deathlands is both dead and alive. This duality is unnerving at best, and downright mind-wrecking at worst, even for us Islay, who perhaps dabble in the idea of various types of death more than most. The sight of a cat or a human that is so clearly dead and yet walking, talking, eating, doing all the things that the living do. Of course, I jest. I do hope I duped you, if only for a moment, and and I do wish I could have seen your face as you read that bit. This place is everything Father promised it would be, and more. I am delighted to have come here, and impatiently await the moment when you can join me beneath the pale sun. Hurry, hurry. There is so much to do and see. Your delighted sister, Amma. The pale sun. The pale sun is filled with things we typically think of as endings, namely the dead. Dead humans, certainly, but also animals, beings, plants, and everything else that might have a soul. Musical compositions, poetry, furnishings, books, and more. Perhaps even stuffed animals. The dead residents. Imagine if you guys saw your body pillow. Great. I just gave everyone nightmares. I'm a dick. The dead residents of the Pale are governed by a surprising number of rules and regulations, as are those who attempt to travel there. Not surprisingly, the locations of the Pale follow suit. The sun is carefully divided into principalities, republics, kingdoms, and more, each with their own set of sometimes Byzantine rules and regulations. The majority of this is decreed and overseen by the monarch of the dead, Empress Ziliad, and her vassals. Still, there are obscure spots that remain outside the Empress's oversee. Most think it's because they are somehow hidden from her sharp gaze, but more likely the Empress has turned a blind eye for purposes of her own. Okay, I was like, is that a deer made of vaginas? And it's like, no, it's... I mean, if you turn it this way, yes. But if you turn it this way, it's an Ewok from Star Wars that's been stretched into a snake sitting on an elephant. Okay. The Red Sun, 114. I sought the red with my own eyes, to see what beings I could master, which demons I could make arise. I heard the tales, but thought them lies. So many ways to bring disaster. I sought the red with my own eye. So much rhyming! In truth I aimed to snag a prize, a secret for an expert caster, to make his demons soon arise. But here I found my own demise, destruction's always one step faster. I saw the red with my own eyes. Lunar D8 is about to take a nap. I thought my power would be vaster, but the destruction takes on no such master. I saw the red of my own eyes, and all the demons did arise. Okay. Why does that, like... Wow, this must be a boring-ass video that I am starting to fall asleep while reading. Like... The person making the video is starting to fall asleep making the video. And the funny thing is I'm actually trying to oh yeah, well, you know, the way I'll read it, I'm not reading it like it's a Dungeons and Dragons type book. And it's like, it's not some guy just reading a nerdy tabletop game book like, Dungeons and Dragons or Call of Cthulhu or Warhammer or any of that stuff. No, we're acting like it's part of the actual universe shit. And then, in typical Lunar D8 fashion, I just go off in random tangents from time to time and just sort of fail to stay focused on trying to give this any amount of depth or just What is the right word? Somber is not the right word. Relevance? No. Reverence? Reverence. I'm thinking reverence. Yeah. Trying to make it sound like, ooh, super important book for you guys that are traveling in the multiverse. And it's just yeah, it's not staying focused at all. The red sun is neither inherently evil nor inherently good. It is instead the very essence of destruction. It's also apparently full of yawns, I guess. Not the red sun's fault. I'm just really tired of working. So, and everyone's like, just record the video some other time. I'm like, but I wanted to record it today. And I was like, it's just going to be a short little video. I'll read 5 minutes of this. It'll be neat. Maybe people will hey, we... But then again, not I read one part of the Call of Cthulhu book and just even if I had... I was about to say I don't have a problem staying focused, but then I just started staring at a Pokemon book that's about I have a... It's technically a magazine, but it's a very thick one. It's the story of Pokemon. It's supposed to chronicle the entire history of Pokemon, long from the time it was created. And now I'm just spacing out entirely. Okay, let's try to finish our thing. The red sun is neither inherently evil nor inherently good. His essence of destruction, annihilation, and change. Permanence is an aberration to the red. Thus, your moralistic point of view of the red likely changes depending on what it is destroying at any given moment. Not that the red sun cares about your moralistic point of view, or anyone else's. Neither does Dami, the red sun's warden. All she cares for is destruction. Yours, theirs, everyone's. And her warriors cut at her every wish, wreaking havoc and creating change wherever possible. While red's main inhabitants are demons, spiritless, but not mindless beings, there are some mortals who choose to live beneath the red sun as well. They must be ever vigilant, consecrated for the mutability of the sun under which they live. When the landscape threatens to buckle or even disappear beneath their feet, nowhere is safe for long. If I read this in future, there's so many things I need to read that I need to basically just be hey, we're now going to drink a Red Bull or Full Throttle or Rockstar or a Monster or something. Sorry, got distracted. Just saying, you can't say Monster Energy without thinking about Astolfo. I wonder what other people you could associate with other drinks. Maybe Rockstar could be Roll from Mega Man Legends, Roll Casket, and Tron Bond. So it could be two people. Or Red Bull. Milm from Reincarnated as a Slime. What about Full Throttle? What about Albedo from Overlord? What other energy drinks are there? I should not be struggling to think about this. Yeah, I can't think about any other energy drinks off the bat. I suppose. As far as characters liking it to, there's the characters in the Tenchi Muyo series. There's Lady Dimitrescu from Resident Evil 8, but I don't like the personality she has in the game because it's kind of mean and sadistic. And so, like, how about somebody that looks like that, but they're like very kawaii and cute and adorable? Like, I'm trying to think of a. Just like what if you took the personalities of Washu from Tenchi Muyo and Mihoshi from Tenchi Muyo and combined them? I'm just saying the Dimitrescu's just personality. It's kind of off-putting. You know, I don't think anyone likes somebody who's like mean to them. I mean, maybe there are some people out there, but I don't know, not my personal preference. I like people that are nice and, friendly and just gentle. But then again, Dimitrescu couldn't really be that because, it's a horror game. But yeah, what if it was just like Dimitrescu, but taller? You're like, everyone's like, she's already an 8-foot tall vampire waifu. Yes, but now she could be 10 foot and bustier and futa. And she could actually just have a very playful, innocent personality that's like, say it's a mixture of Washu and Mihoshi from Tenchi Muyo. Okay, what were you supposed to be doing? Focusing on reading. What are we doing? The furthest thing from being focused on a single subject. We started talking about energy drinks at some point, and now we're talking about boobs. Now I'm looking at Dragon Ball Season 1 box over there. Vegeta's on there just like, ah. I know at one point I made a joke. It's like, you guys remember that meme of like Kermit in the shower? I'm like, put a picture of that next to Vegeta standing in the rain. It's like, corporate needs you to find the difference between these two pictures. The same thing. Then again, I've also made the joke that, you guys remember Cyanide and Happiness? Ted Bear, the survivalist? That Ted Bear and Aizen from Bleach are the same person. What are we still not doing? Focusing. Gold Sun, 132. Is that an angry Cupone that's also a centaur? Don't get distracted. We're reading things. Gunda Un, our most tempestuous and ineffable, began their journey to themselves along the spiritual road, as we all must, and came upon the unshattered tower, and there, after watching the castle slowly rebuild itself, our most tempestuous and ineffable decreed that thus should we all recreate ourselves. Oh, what about Motoko? Well, not Mokototo from. No, you put too many toes in there. I'm just saying the really good military person from Ghost in the Shell. What about her? I'm saying she's pretty, but also I was originally going with a Makatoto. Wow, I can't pronounce things. It's a sexy squirrel girl from Blaze Blue, the fighting game. So why are we bringing that up? Because I wanted to picture her naked. I fucking hate you. From the pieces of ourselves upon the ground, replacing every thought, cell, tooth, nail, and essence, and to become someone wholly new. And so you too shall begin your journey to yourself, your other, truer self beneath the sun of gold, and the protective ward of our most tempestuous ineffable. Welcome, golden brethren, to your eternal journey of remaking. That sounds inconvenient. Why would I want that? That's yeah, it seems like it would be a problem. When nothing begins, nothing ends. This is the gold sun. The sun of starting over, of absolution, of second chances that lead to improvement and possibly even redemption. The red sun may change ever towards destruction, but the gold sun changes towards something brighter, bigger, newer. Seekers come here in the belief that the gold sun and its warden Shima will grant them some great power to remake themselves into perfection. But perfection is a false idol. What those seekers fail to grasp is that the gold isn't about the destination. In fact, it eschews the destination. It is about the eternal passage, every step a change towards something never reached. I feel like it's like Goku. Goku's like, he enjoys the training and making improvements, but he doesn't want to like ever be perfect, because he's like, at that point, it's like, well, then I don't have anything to train for anymore. It's like a person playing a guitar. You never want to feel like there's not some new lick you could write or learn. Yes, you want to get good at the old ones, but you always want to learn something new. Or in my case, never fucking finish a video game or a book and just constantly, like, even when you're doing the part one of a fucking book or a game, you're not staying focused. And then you, before continuing it, you go on to another book. Well, to be fair, I read some more of the book on my own, but for video, I seldomly come back to it. This is just part of the reason the gold sun attracts beings of such beauty and elegance. Its very nature embraces their need for fluidity, and their near constant adjustments and transitive dichotomies provide them with inspiration, ever-changing backdrop for their own visages. Okay, next sun. The Invisible Sun. The actual title of the thing. Is that a pirate flying a ship made entirely of cotton candy? Is that SpongeBob SquarePants? Okay, we're just gonna move on. Huh, this person looks interesting. I'm gonna read this real quick. I have no way of describing this person. I guess the best way to describe it is, first off, start if you took Skeletor and Cthulhu and fused them together. Now, make them into an angel. And now make them Greek. Now make them love video games. The Kesselvarian Wish Granter. You grant wishes, all you ask in payment is a bit of each client's soul. That leaves a hole, but it grows back in time. Almost always. Besides, those who come to you have their wish granted. You subtract a bit of their soul's essence during the transaction for your own use, so everyone wins in the end. It's really quite ingenious. You feel a surge of pride whenever you think about it. Most people make the mistake of believing that it should be easy to convert the soul's desire directly into what they're asking for using wish magic, except it's not. The mere act of making a wish, or naming the soul's desire, prevents the magic from working properly, as if deep down those making the wish understand that they could have some aspect of what they wished for, if just they applied themselves, did the work, and spent the time required. A wish is a shortcut, and that's where you come in. It's simple. Use the stored essence of an earlier client's soul to grant the wish of the next client that comes in after they pay you a portion of their own soul essence, which you use for the next client, after that, and so on. As a wish maker, your image is important. You must project yourself as a being of transcendent power, which you managed by a series of changery visits, giving you a body of shatterproof living glass, in which images of various suns wax and wane in radiance. So, your body is like a skybox of the various nebula and supernovas and stars? I mean, that'd be a good wallpaper for a computer, but I don't want to be laying down and look at my arm and have an epileptic seizure. But it would be like a cool poster. It's like a lava lamp, but, billions of lives. The vessel of your body also serves as a convenient container for storing the soul essence you siphon from clients. Business is fair, though not booming. The Vislae are often up to accomplishing what you do via your soul transformation magic. So you advertise with flyers, paid word of mouth, and testimonials from past clients. Because if you ever go out of business and your flow of soul essence dries up, you'll be forced into something terrible. Shuddering, you push the thought away. Your soul's desires that you never become a soul vampire. Not again. What? Is that a Pokemon over here? Why is that the most fucking cursed Pokemon I've ever fucking seen? Wait. Hold up. What was that on that page? Is this a naked woman made entirely of Pizza Hut? Pizza. The writers of the book, if they ever hear this, are like, you are making our fucking role-playing game book sound very inappropriate. And I'm like, my bad. It is what I do. I'd say sorry, but I don't feel bad. It's not because I don't want to, it's just because I'm a horrible person. The Son of Magic. Oh, by the way, I'll actually say... Well, I'll say the... Where is that? It's over here. Mont Cook, Bruce R. Cordell, and Shanna Germain. Yeah. It's in the title. The Son of Magic, its power flowing through the entire path. Many aren't even aware of the invisible sun exists. Vislae are aware, obviously, and of course they revere the sun's warden Vizsla. The invisible sun has no realm. There are no locations beneath it. There are no native creatures that call it home. Or perhaps one might say all locations and all beings are within its omnipresent light of the invisible sun. For that reason, this chapter details creatures that can be found anywhere on the path of suns, in any sun's realm. Is that a rabbit that's also a donut? Is that a large skeletal dog with the little surgery cone around its head? With clowns for feet? That one symbol over here reminds me of the visual novel Raging Loop. There is no further description of Invisible Sun. Nope. Okay. Yeah, just straight into the creatures. The Dark, 166. Should I actually try to read this book again? Specifically, in an attempt to be somewhat focused. This is what this was, and it is definitely it's definitely fell away from that. The dark is everywhere, not illuminated by a sun. It is nowhere. It is nothing. There are entities that dwell within the dark. These demons and hungry, soulless things wish nothing more than to corrupt the beings that dwell in the light, and eventually extinguish the light of the suns altogether. There are no locations to speak of when dealing with the dark. By its very definition, there are no places to visit. But there are creatures and entities of the dark, and you'll find some of them detailed here. And just straight into the creatures. Okay. Cursed Cube. Dark Slime, Demon of Apathy. Okay, we're at the entity index. Obviously, we'll read through the part that's listing everything alphabetically. But there's also... You can also read everything by order of level. Which goes up to... I guess 17 is the max level. Types: Angels, Elderbrand, Ghost, Spirit, Demon, Virus, Visley, Xylat, or we can read things by sun location. Okay, that is it. Credits: Designers: Mont Cook, Bruce R. Cordell, Shannon Germain. Managing Editor: Shannon Germain. Editor, Proofreader, Rave Lees. Art Director, Graphic Designer, Bear Wider. Artists. There are so many of them. They're amazing art. Oh my god. Teratology is a supplement for the Invisible Sun. You need the Invisible Sun Black Cube to play. By Mont Cook Games. 2019 Mont Cook Games, LLC, Invisible Sun. Printed in Canada. I'm going to try to read the artist's name. I'm going to butcher these names terribly. Biagio de Alessandro, Sarah Dallinger, Michelle Giorgi, Aldo Kadiyanagi, Chris Knight, Katarina Ladin, Eric Lofgren, Raf Lamaten, Raiko Murakami, Irina Nordsal, Angelo Peluso, Roberto Pituru, Scott Purdy, Macau Quinto, Martin D. Diaga Sadaba, David Seidman, Zoe Smalley, Matt Stotwiki, Corey Trigo, Erdner. Okay, I'm going to read the entities real quick. Your fucking book is blurry now. I'm just going to close my eyes for a second. Okay. Okay, one of them is just a blank in parentheses. Okay, the Abdominis Aberon the Maker, the Accursed Cube, Acedia, the Demon of Apathy, Acer, Aegis of the Verboten, Etheric Glowbug, Alisaka of the Forged, Alagorn, Anamnesis, Antoric, Achigrapher, Argent Keeper, Armor of Spite, Aral, Ashdemon, Aralis Skull, Avantus of the River, the Ramos, Aranus, Babbler, Bagulate, Belphus Extinct, Basic Victorum, Baron Malcolm, Bellicastra the Storm Wraith, Abath the Angel, Bleak Horse, Blessed Cartographer, Bracken, Ranger of the Bliss, Cassis Spur, Cassis Animatia, Cassasus, Cararak, Cara of the Forest, Caprial, Captain Laszlo Malrassian, Caberani, Censured Prince. A drink of water. Champing Drift, Changing Swarm, Koran, Cromba Bird, Claw of the Red, Claw Sinister, Colorhound, Confabulant, Conflagration, Gordov Siblings, Vampires, the Coreval, Kurwise, Coruscant Herald. You know what, one moment, I'm gonna go grab something. I did like part 29 or something of the Super Meat Boy playlist like a month or something ago. I still have that one hot sauce. Granted, the Rick and Morty hot sauces were actually terrible. But I also had like a UFC hot sauce. Like the best hot sauce ever, but I've been doing it sparingly. I'm going to grab some of that. One moment. Oh! Fuck! Ah, my back. Ah. Ah. Fuck. Ah. Ah. I'm back. Oh, fuck. Let's read the last letter C's. Crushing Minister of Terror. Cyst Spawn Decid. Cyst Spawn Ferald. Shepherd. Cyst Spawn Helminth. Cyst Spawn Anaphenda. Cyst Spawn Scarred Sagittary. Cyst Spawn Shiverbloat. Cyst Spawn Skynd. Just Spawn Svaroth. Okay, so for every letter, here's what I'm doing. This, like I said, I already talked about this more in depth on the Rick and Morty video. But this is Poyer's Louisiana-style hot sauce. Official hot sauce of UFC. For every time I start a letter, I'm going to squirt some of this in my mouth. Oh, God. Okay. Daedal. Dark-eyed Manfred the Apostate. Dark slime. Decayed thought. Decuman. Delusive spider. Denominator. Diaprin. Divagate. Domino. Dorcat. Durantix. Now the letter E. Ah! Adia and Von, Pathwalkers. Ekbal and the Exalted, Angel and Demon. Eloquent Loris. Emil and the Bodiless, Empty One. Imperial Soul. Enemy of Autumn. Enemy of Choice. Enemy of Health. Enemy of Peace. Enemy of Property. Enemy of Reason. Enemy of Sleep. Enemy of Space. Enemy of Time. Enemy of Truth. M&M. Evanescence. Evanescence. Epinephrine. Epinomorph. Hound. Arrow X, the Angel of Anarchy. Esthenis, for whom art is life. Uologist. Evan Sid. Evangelion. Exi. Eri. Now the letter F. It's so fucking good, but it's spicy. Faded Memory. Farkor. Feathered Courser. Fervent. Flame of Creation. Forgiver of Fault. Frigid. Sarsatan. Gaping Passage. Guarded. Oh, that's a letter G. Oh! Fuck. Jativa Vale. Vile. Sakramal, Dancer, the Third Crime. Garamak. Gilded Ruin. Girajaja, Incomplete Prophet of the Infinite God. Glass Grace, Glass Warden. Gnar. It's Ganasty Gnork from Spiral the Dragon. God in the Wine Glass. God of the Tiny Nipples. Tiny Temples, not tiny nipples. Big nipples are nice too. Okay. Stay focused. Green God, Grig, Grim Mimic. Oh, the letter H. Oh, God, there it is. Oh, God. Fuck, damn. It's really good. Oh. Hand of the Green. Hecatomb, holder of your keys. Horrid Feeder, Hungry Shimmer. Herustis. Oh, the letter I. Abraxas, Ichoglan, Idiophonic Hunter, Lucian, Embossed, Emotin, Puissant, Insanglius, Insatiate, Insidious. The letter J. Oh, God! Oh, fuck! Oh! Oh! The fuck? Okay, I may have squeezed the bottle so hard and blasted the hot sauce at full force into my uvula. I can Feel my uvula burning. That's not supposed to be a taste receptor. Fuck. It goes on J. J. Say Nedrick, Esquire, Jaden Johnson, barista, Jalor, Jerry Mall, and the letter K. That time just went straight back to the throat. Okay. You think, okay, we missed the tongue, it doesn't burn. No, that's not how this works. Fuck. Okay. Collada's lingering. Reflection. Castle of Varian, Risk Enter. Kipfler. Kithra. Kolakar. Skol. Kyaku. The letter L. This was an ill-conceived idea. There, just gently sucked it out of the tip there. That's going to be... Now we're not getting a massive amount just spraying me. Lamenting Gale, Levanza, Legend, Lingering Loss, Linguiniform, Autoclus, Liquid Dream, Lorem, Lost One, Lol, Lucid One, Lumi, Aurora, the Versifier, Lyco, Shloop, Meme, the letter M. I have a spoon over there. Let's just try to put it in the spoon. We'll take a hot sauce in a spoon. Oh! Why is... Okay, that's... Oh! Yes, I was eating cake frosting earlier. There was a little bit left in the spoon. So there's a chocolate flavor with it now. It's not bad, but still... Oh. Okay, what are we... Malodorous Vial. Marquise Everett. Mass Juggler, Maul, Shone. Melancholic Merrick, Mara, and Segan, and Charno Heart. Jerusalem. Metamorphosis Queen. Miro, the Enumerator. Mirror Slayer. Misfortune Sum. Mr. Agon. Mulich the Wraith. Moonfox, Morigra, Morquaz, Mortis, Meptis, Mother Ingram, Mern, the letter N. It's really good. I suppose I should read the ingredients. I keep in mind, the heat gauge is, there's mild, medium, hot, and extra hot. This only says medium. Made with vinegar, aged cayenne pepper, sea salt, red habaneros, celery, garlic, and canola oil. Oh. Nevia, the breaker of demons. Natural Ender, demon lies. Namaono, the eternal student. Neurosama, Natan, night pestilence. Nicholas, beneficent. Nick Crane of the plighted troth. Noema, Nu. Oh. The letter O. Ah! Ah! Olkin, Okrone, one who forgets. The Opsimath. Orb, osmotic serpent, letter P. Fuck. Vociferous Sanguine, Pale Rider, Palote, Proxen, Patrick Crawler, Path Sling, Petra Strider, Pitchkin, Plethoric Inquisitor, Propagator of Down, Psycho Chomp, Pomp. It's not a Mario thing. Qualarix Cat, Rajathamos, the True Spider, Renarian, Rastaraz of the Spoilation, Rat Goblin, Reconciliator, Regon the Articulate, Resurrectionist, the Rexus, Uritka the Apostate, Roach Goblin, Rossler, the letter S. Solarubric, Sardonis of the Mockery, Shreevy! God damn it! That reminds me. I made a little 15-second video once that was kind of making fun of Schlatt, the one guy, because somebody made a video where like it was his face all over a blanket, and he called it the Schlanket, and I'm like, maybe hey, it's a cursed Pokemon that shouldn't exist, the Schleevy, because one, it'd be an EV covered with stuff with Schlatt, but also because it can be a pun on something very disturbing and lewd, given the fact that what Vaporeon's known for. Vaporeon's like, I'm known for other stuff too, and I'm like, yes, but this is the internet. I'm trying to make a joke. Okay, Scribe of Your Life, Segretan, Austere, Seeker of Souls, Semprin Vivin, Shylily, Serpapard, Shadow Lapre, Shattertine, Shen, Silveryak, Skarm, Scarrick, Skelecocoon, Snart, Solitary, Mermation, Somniferous, Husk, Son of Anger, Son of the Masks, Sonia the Masks, Soul Chandler, Spinu Stiver, Spiritscape, Squad 57B of the Hoff. Is that the Warhammer thing? Starveling, Summer, Vestias, Sunroach, Sunseer, Swarmwolf, Cindatalk. Okay, the letter T. I'm actually feeling nervous about it now. Okay, so, letter T. Celestia, Telectus, the Venetian Order, Terramark Eslin, Tattered Dream, Terrabin, Terra, Theomagic Drummer, Tricky V, Theurgic Hunter, Threshold Lurker, Tiberian, Torturous Wretch, Tribulation of Time, the Ulix, the Unfixed Jackal, Unforgiving Clock, Unguis, Unchalata, Unscribe. Oh, I missed the letter U. And earlier I had the letter R, so... Oh, fuck! Again. Ah, fuck! And again. Oh. I made a parody video once of Sweet Dreams where I wrote entirely original lyrics called All the Neckos Are Meowing for Head Pats. Also, I made an attempt to sing Welcome to the Jungle by Guns N' Roses, where I tried to do my best impression of Axl Rose. It is the most painful thing you will ever listen to. I call it an angry, creepy tree screeches welcome to the jungle while spewing pasta at you. Okay, the letter V. Vaskif, Varuna Chaklir the Sterling, Veiled Child, Verendrous Lover, Vermilion Sisters, The Devils, Vedel, Vethim, Vidishin, Vivistor, Vociferator, Vogue. The letter W. Ara. Just with fucking bated breath. Ara.
Mew. Nya. Nyan nyan. Nya. Meow. Meow. Meow.
Yeah, I'm just being a dumbass now. When did we stop? Or not? We always, whatever. What letter am I on? W. Warmonger, Watch Glass, Watches the Change, Wrong Cat. There were so few letters. The letter X. Oh my fuck. Exarl, Saxarl, Zenitharl, Sim, the letter Y. YHM of the Bornless. Your Magnificence Cative Tutoran. There was only 2. And there's only 2 letter Z's. But you know what? Let's close the twisty thing. We'll shake it up. And we'll remove the entire fucking cap from the bottle. And we'll take a swig from this like I'm fucking taking a damn shot glass. Oh, God. Last 2 letter Z's. The last 2 letter Z's. Zebrith and Zob. And there is so much spit all over my book now. Great. Well, now when I see drool stains in a book, I'll know why. Well, if anything, that's very good for clearing the sinuses. So, yeah, it's called, and of course this is not the very spiciest version. This is just medium. There's much spicier you can have. Heck, I might go to Buffalo Wild Wings this weekend. Like I said, I know Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 comes out this Friday. Maybe I'll try to catch that in 3D. Stop by Buffalo Wild Wings and enjoy some nice sauce, though of course I will keep my composure in public and not. But this is Poirier's Poirier''S pleasing style hot sauce, the official hot sauce of UFC. I'm not in any way sponsored, nor do I desire it. I just like hot sauce and I'm fat. I hope you got some sort of enjoyment listening to this video. This was supposed to be 5 minutes, and it was supposed to be me trying to be more like, oh, we're going to be like, this is an actual book that people need in their journey and Cthulhu and stuff. And I guess the longer I keep doing any certain video, the more I tend to go off the rails. And the longer said videos go on, the more and more further off rails I go. And at first I thought it was helping the migraine, and now the migraine's worse. Fuck. Okay. Anyway, I hope everyone out there had a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. And I hope everyone out there has all the hugs and head pats you could ever want. Bye, everybody.